man who was supposed to be the Fang, known as the Floating Cloud, and the master of the Hatsumi-style Aikido, Hatsumi Sen, though he was known to be the very model of an irresponsible jackass. He is calm but powerful, competitive Aikidoka. He fights with unpredictable but minimal movements with incredible speed, making it difficult or even impossible to read his actions in battle. That even an injured Oma in his possessing spirit form wasn't able to land a hit on him. He also has the ability to predict and lure his opponents to his advantage. His fighting skills are on a different level, that he was chosen to be the fifth Fang of Metsudo. But as disappointing as it is, he left after a week of training, for he found it uninteresting. His fight against Chiba, the Faceless Man, only took him 26 seconds to end that fight, as Chiba made the mistake of using Aikido against him. According to Sekabayashi Jun, Hatsumi, during their fight, pretended that he was in a disadvantage, and was defeated because he fell for his trap, proving that Hatsumi's unpredictability rises when he is on a roll. Hatsumi doesn't stick to Aikido alone. He can also use the spear hand for tactics such as eye pokes. He can easily break his opponent's bones, and can also redirect his opponent's force, such as Bando Yohei's deadly whiplash attack, which is powerful enough to smash a man's head like a pumpkin, or slice a human body into two. Hatsumi's evasive ability is extraordinary, that it would seem that his opponent's attacks are phasing through his body and creating an accurate image in the process. He shifts his body when using this unique type of evasion, as it uses minimal effort and minimal use of stamina, giving the illusion of being hit by moving in the opponent's attack's limit line. Before we continue, consider subscribing and share your thoughts by commenting below. Aikido, the Japanese martial art of extensive arrangement of throwing, joint locking, striking, and pinning techniques. A self-defense system that resembles the fighting methods of Jiu-Jitsu and Judo, with its use of twisting and throwing techniques, and its aim of turning an opponent's power and force against himself, neutralizing the attack's effectiveness, and redirecting the momentum away from the user, and return that force back to the attacker. Pressure on vital nerve centers is also used. Aikido's purpose is to subdue rather than to incapacitate or kill, but the design of its movements and attacks are nevertheless deadly. His powers and abilities: the 100 meetings throw, a technique where he sweeps his opponent with immense force which causes them to be thrown into the air. This move uses the force of gravity and the opponent's own body weight against them. The user uses the opponent's arm and forces them to the ground vertically, which adds more power and multiplies the technique's destructive impact, smashing the opponent's head onto the ground with immense, brutal force. This technique aims to break the skull and the vertebrae of the opponent, killing a normal combatant. Gathering Clouds, Triple Strike, an effective but non-fatal technique. This move is executed by using the middle knuckle of the index finger. The user uses accurate but rapid strikes, hitting the three vital areas of the front part of the skull aggressively, leaving fractures to the targets, and causes the opponent's eyes, nose, and mouth to bleed, thus knocking the opponent unconscious. And finally, the pinnacle of Hatsumi's techniques, Star Drop, the ultimate technique of Hatsumi-style Aikido, where the user places his palm on the opponent's chin, forcing it upwards, then by using the other arm to grab the waist of the opponent as leverage, the force bends the opponent's body into a counterclockwise direction, smashing the opponent's back of the head to hit the ground with incredible and devastating force. The impact should cause severe concussion or even death. However, even though Hatsumi Sen could have been the fifth Fang, his fight against Kano involved using these powerful techniques. He used the Gathering Cloud's triple strike against Kano, but ended up breaking his finger as Kano countered this attack with the Jiu-Jitsu finger hold technique. He eventually had the opportunity to use the ultimate technique, Star Drop, but was again countered by Kano's lethal 1-inch punch, leaving Hatsumi unable to finish the technique. Although Hatsumi's durability is not to be taken for granted, as he can be considered to be stronger than the fourth Fang. He was such a master that he was able to subconsciously divert the tremendous impact of Kano's 1-inch punch twice in a row, enabling him to withstand its power, even enduring the impact from Kano's kick that cracked his ribs. But in truth, even in his peak physical condition, Hatsumi is outclassed by Kano. He knows how big the gap is between him and his opponent, and is only alive because Kano held back his true strength on him. After the tournament, he was supposed to be included in the roster to fight in the Purgatory tournament, but Hatsumi's whereabouts are unknown, and it was found out that he is residing in China for reasons unknown. He might be training for another technique to enhance his fighting skills and improve his laziness or eliminate the conditioning dependence that limits his power, which causes his vulnerability. As we are looking forward to witness his comeback and see how he has conquered his weaknesses, he must be stronger and have added a few more techniques to his arsenal to match or even surpass Kano's fighting level. Comment your thoughts below. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. And to all of you who supported my channel, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.